One Piece has been in the news a lot lately, literally, and rightfully so. The franchise seems to be getting bigger and bigger in its homeland, and despite its false start here in the US, thanks to Toonami, Viz, and Funimation's careful handling of the franchise, it only seems to be getting a bigger following by the day. Nowhere is that maybe more evident than Strongworld, only the second movie to be brought over to the US, but possibly the biggest to date. Written by Eiichiro Oda himself, Strongworld was the biggest One Piece event when it came out, and now it finally hits the US shores after much hype. Is it something that we are going to love, or is it just a boatload of hype? Let's set sail on this Blu-ray voyage. I'll try to keep the puns to a minimum. Funimation brings One Piece to the HD format with a full 1080p AVC video and dual Dolby True HD 5.1 tracks. One Piece has probably never looked this good. The higher budget destroys anything we've seen from the franchise before, even the HD broadcasts on Toonami. The transfer is sharp and clean without too many anomalies. Banding does pop up here and there during some of the darker scenes, but outside of that, it's a solid transfer, if also an unimpressive one. Scenes with fast action hold up really well and the colors are bright and colorful throughout, but it doesn't pop as much as I thought it would. Speaking of popping, the 5.1 tracks here are also a little bit of a letdown, especially on the Japanese side. For whatever reason, the Japanese mix is a couple of decibels lower than the English one, which makes it sound way less aggressive. Once they were volume matched, there weren't too many differences between the two, but I still have to give the edge to the English track. That LFE channel was a little more active. The sound field in the mix isn't as active as I assumed it would be, but it does get the job done. Overall, most of the problems I have with this transfer really seem to stem from the source and not so much the transfer. It's still the best looking version of One Piece we've ever seen to hit home video to date. Luffy and the Straw Hats run into Shiki, a Devil Fruit user with the power to control gravity. At first, it all seems fine as he invites them to his lair, and he even offers them a ride to their destination. It turns out, though, that Shiki has other plans and kidnaps Nami and dumps the rest onto various islands that float in the sky. Now the Straw Hat crew, separated from one another, must fight through deadly monsters and various pirate crews to get her back. Probably all the best things about One Piece was put into this movie, and it shows. Anyone, fan or not, can get into this movie and understand why One Piece is as popular as it is. All of the character traits are established quickly so that even non-fans can understand who these characters are. Hell, I'm a One Piece fan, and I haven't even reached Brook yet. I'm still in Ennie's lobby. While I still look forward to seeing him on the show, I already understand what his character is thanks to this movie being able to show me his personality in a very short amount of time, and that goes for every single character. Normally with reviews like this, I like to sit other people down and get their brief thoughts. Luckily for me, my mom is a rather casual fan of One Piece, having seen about 4 episodes or so, and she was able to get into the movie and have a great time with it. By the end of it, she was able to name the entire crew of Straw Hats and claim Usopp to be her favorite, without ever seeing him on the show, mind you. That's really how good this movie is to introduce new people to the franchise. This movie feels big and epic enough for the big screen, which isn't a compliment I pay a lot of movie adaptations of anime or even other TV shows. Movies like the Simpsons movie, most of the Dragon Ball Z movies, the Trigun movie, even one of my favorite shows of all time, the Cowboy Bebop movie, it's guilty of this. They just feel like long episodes of a show instead of a big event. While that isn't always a bad thing, it's really welcome when we get a movie from a show and it feels way too big for its television roots. The animation here is some of Toei's best work on the franchise, with fluidity and character models staying on point and perfect throughout most of the movie. The actors on both sides bring these characters to life with the cartoony and over-the-top personas that they're known for, but also nail the scenes where emotional honesty and seriousness is needed. This is easily one of the best movies, not just for One Piece, but of any TV anime movie adaptation. This is one not to be missed, One Piece fan or not. Extras include a look at the actor who plays the musical skeleton, Ian Sinclair. The piece is informative and entertaining as fans, cast, and crew give their thoughts on Brook, but other than that, there's not much here to speak about. No behind the scenes on the Japanese side, no commentaries, nothing. However, There is a fun, unofficial commentary that our buds at the One Piece podcast made with the brand manager of One Piece himself, and it accompanies the movie really nicely. That episode is $2.95, by the way. Overall, Funimation delivers a great Blu-ray of the best treasure to come out of the One Piece franchise so far here in the US. If Funimation keeps up this quality, I think we'll see One Piece grow bigger and bigger than we ever thought possible. And that'll do it for us here at Geeky. We hope you've enjoyed the review. Please visit our website at geekyinc.com, follow us on Twitter at geekyinc, and visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/geekyincproductions. We hope you've enjoyed the review. Please join us on the next one.